McCool and the whole Mean Girls concept, that was really easy for me and Layla to play. Not saying that, gosh, I was literally the furthest thing growing up from Mean Girls, and that's not who I am. But as far as just bouncing off each other and pretty much pretending to be in our own world, it's McCool's world, we were just so close that we had fun with it, and so it came easy to us. But as far as the whole Piggy James storyline with Mickey that began in 2009, gosh, I know that was the most controversial storyline at the time, maybe one of the most controversial ever. I'm not sure. I do know for a fact that, gosh, we literally got hate mail after hate mail after hate mail about that storyline. The bottom line is, it was that day in England when I got to TV, and Creative had that whole, whatever that little silly song I had to sing was, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, or Michelle McCool Had a Farm, whatever it was. And that's where it kind of evolved into the whole Piggy James thing, which was totally not our call at all. I don't know who behind the scenes decided to come up with that storyline. I don't know who continued to push that storyline. I know they liked what we were doing, and when I say we, I mean myself, Layla, and mainly Mickey. There's absolutely, I've said it before, I give her all the credit in the world. There's nobody else that could have pulled off that storyline based on how she drew the fans in. I mean, the fans sympathized with her. The fans, want to see her absolutely demolish us, and it's all because of how professional she is and how wonderful she is in that ring, on the mic, backstage, wherever it may be. And I tell you what, that storyline never got easier. Never got easier. I mean, there were some days where, and I'm sure Mickey too, and we always went to her feeling horrible about what was being said and done, and she's just a trooper. She's just a true champ. She really defines what it means to be professional and do what you're told and take it to a whole nother level. And as far as me and Layla playing the role, I hope, I know a lot of people hated on us for the message that it might be sending to other girls. And, at the same time, Mickey did the complete opposite. She relayed, a positive message that could far surpass anything that Layla and I were saying. And it just, gosh, that was so tough. It really was. I mean, did we have fun with the storyline as a whole? Yeah, just because it garnered so much heat. It was fun to play with the top babyface who, only got the fans to love her that much more. It went on for a while. It went on for a while. And did Layla and I start coming up with some ideas? Yeah, we did. We tried to keep pushing our characters. We tried to do anything that we thought would make the fans hate us that much more. And it was tough. It was really, really tough. And some of the pre-tapes backstage, the creative would come to us and tell us what we were going to be doing. And gosh, it was really hard. I remember thinking, man, I don't know if Mickey's seen this, or gosh, I don't want to go be the first one to go up to her. But, we're working as a team here. And it was just, I don't know. Some of it was really heartbreaking. That's just not who I am. And it just really, I hurt for Mickey. Layla hurt for Mickey. But like I said, the star in that storyline was and always will be Mickey in my eyes. When we did that final, I don't remember if it was the final thing or not, but when we did that, what was it called? The farewell celebration where Layla and I were pretending that Mickey was going to be gone forever, or whatever silly thing we were doing in the ring with Mickey and Maria, the whole in your face cake segment. That actually came off so well, and everybody was backstage. I remember we all walked back through the curtain, and again, that came off so well because of Mickey's reaction at the end. When she went up the ramp, and she started crying, and she looked terrified, and she looked embarrassed, and she ran back through the curtain. I mean, that no pun intended, was the icing on the cake. And we were actually told that we stole the show that night. We were actually told, we came back there and you could hear everybody saying, the girls just stole the show. The boys better pick it up. They just stole the show. So, hearing that from your peers, it's so nice to hear. But, unfortunately, Mickey ended up getting hurt overseas. That's when she got that infection in her knee really bad. And being the fighter she is, she did not want to go home. And I remember Here Comes WrestleMania, and we've worked on this storyline so hard. And they were thinking about putting somebody in her spot just because her leg wasn't completely healed. And I remember Layla and I going to Vince and the writers, and absolutely. And I remember texting Mickey, asking if it was okay, but we went to the writers and fought to keep Mickey in that match. We said, we'll take care of her. She's good enough. I think we're good enough. We can work around anything, but she's the one who made this storyline. We can't do this match without her. That just, putting somebody in the spot just does not make sense. Granted, yeah, she was injured, but nobody would have ever known that she was injured. So, that was a hard storyline. It's probably going to be the most remembered storyline for McCool. It was definitely Mean Girls taken to a whole nother level. We did have fun with it, not because of the message it was sending, but we had fun with it because it's rare that you work with a third or fourth individual that is really in it for the business, is not being selfish, is not trying to change things last minute, is just really trying to do whatever is best for the product. And that's what myself, Layla, and Mickey tried to do. So, it was controversial. I could only always hope that people that were hating on the message so much, rightfully so, understood that it is TV, and just like any other storyline, that's definitely something we don't portray. In the real world, that's a message I would never send, but it was fun. It was emotional. It was heartbreaking at times. But, all in all, it was definitely a success. And, I apologize to all the fans who were truly hating on me and Layla for the storyline. We didn't come up with the idea. We absolutely did not come up with the idea. Do we take credit for, trying to make the backstage segments as funny as possible with whatever we were given? Yeah, we did do that, but that's our job. So with that being said, that's all. Again, I can't give enough credit to Mickey, nobody else. We've actually experienced other storylines where people were, saying one thing to our face about our character and our story, and then closing the door and definitely doing otherwise, and things would get shut down. But Mickey took the ball, she ran with it, true pro that she is, and that's it.